Welcome back to our little English sofa. I hope you're comfy wherever you are right now.
Hi, everyone. If you're walking, sitting on a bus, or just lying in bed, we're happy you're here with us.
Yes, especially if you're in bed. I love listening to podcasts before sleep. It feels like friends are talking quietly in the room.
That's a very Mia thing to say.
Of course. So today is special because we're talking about something I really, really love feelings.
Feelings in English.
Yes, how to talk about your emotions in English in simple words, in everyday English.
And this is so important because a lot of learners can talk about work or hobbies or food, but when someone asks, "How are you feeling today?" they freeze.
Oh, yes. I've seen that so many times. People know grammar, they know vocabulary, but when it's about the heart, suddenly they're quiet.
So, we're here to help you find words for your heart.
Aw, that's beautiful, Ben.
Thank you. I've been practicing my poetic side.
I like it. Oh, before we really dive in, can I do a quick, tiny thing?
Go for it.
Okay, guys, if you enjoy natural English conversations like this, don't forget to subscribe. It really helps us keep creating for you.
Exactly. Your little click actually means a lot to our small studio.
Okay, so feelings. Let's start very simple. How are you feeling right now, Ben?
Right now, I'm feeling calm, a little focused, and maybe just a tiny bit hungry.
Always the food.
I'm a simple man. Feed me and I'll explain grammar.
That should be your slogan. But listen, this is already useful. You said, I'm feeling calm. That's everyday English.
Yes. For our learners, this is your first key sentence today. How are you feeling today? And then, I feel really happy today, or I'm a bit tired, to be honest.
I like that, to be honest. It makes it more real.
So, Mia, what about you? How are you feeling right now?
Mm, I'm feeling warm, not hot, just warm inside. Happy to be here. A little emotional, actually.
Emotional already, and we're only at the beginning.
I know. But I think talking about feelings is very human. It makes language soft.
Let's make this really clear for listeners. When you talk about feelings, you can use I am plus an adjective. I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm angry, I'm relaxed. Or you can use I feel plus an adjective. I feel happy, I feel tired, I feel nervous.
Yes, and both are okay, both are natural. Maybe say them with us in your head. I'm happy. I'm sad. I'm tired. I feel happy. I feel tired. Just repeat quietly as you listen. That's listening practice and speaking practice together.
For example, right now, I can say, I'm in a good mood.
And I can say, I feel a little nervous because we're talking about such a deep topic.
You know, feelings are not just good or bad. There are many small colors.
Oh, yes. Maybe you don't feel terrible, but you feel a bit low or a little lonely.
Exactly. So you can say, I feel a bit lonely or I feel stressed. These are very common.
Let's do a little mini scene. Imagine you meet your friend after work. I'll be the friend, okay?
Are you sure you can act?
I can absolutely act, thank you. Okay, here we go. Ask me how I feel.
How are you feeling today, Mia?
Mm, I'm okay, but I'm a bit tired. Work has been long.
Yeah, I get that. Do you feel stressed?
A little. I feel a bit worried about a project.
Thanks for telling me.
See? Simple words, but real feelings. No fancy vocabulary, no long sentences.
And you said, thanks for telling me. That's such a beautiful little sentence in English. It means, I hear you, I see your feelings, I care.
You can also say, thank you for listening to my feelings when someone listens to your feelings.
Yes, that one is very powerful. It can make a person feel safe.
I think one big problem for learners is that in many school books, people don't talk about feelings very much.
Yeah, in textbooks it's like, hello, my name is John. I live in London. I like tennis.
And nobody ever says, I feel lonely, or I'm really happy today, or I'm scared about something.
But in real conversation, people talk about their feelings all the time, even if it's just small things.
That's why this kind of episode is good everyday English. You hear real emotion, not just dry sentences.
Let's give some very simple emotion words that are super useful. Maybe like a little list, but we'll say it as a conversation.
All right, I'll say a feeling, and you give a simple sentence with it.
Okay, teacher.
Happy,
I feel happy when I drink tea with my friends.
sad,
I feel sad when I miss my family.
angry.
I get angry when people are rude on the bus.
That is very specific.
It happens. Okay, give me more.
Tired,
I'm tired after a long day at work.
excited,
I feel excited when we record this podcast.
nervous,
I feel nervous before a big presentation.
relaxed,
I feel relaxed when I listen to music in bed.
beautiful. If you are listening, you can pause after each sentence and repeat it. That's great speaking practice.
Yes, just whisper it or say it out loud if nobody is around.
I want to bring one more expression here. Sometimes before you talk about your feelings, you can say, "Can I be honest with you?"
Oh, I love that one. It's so gentle. It means I want to say something real, something true.
For example, "Can I be honest with you? I've been feeling really stressed this week."
Or, can I be honest with you? I feel a bit lonely tonight.
When you say that, the other person understands, this is important. I should listen.
You know, Ben, I think a lot of learners don't talk about feelings because they are afraid of being too much.
Too emotional, you mean?
Yeah, they think, oh, I should be strong. I should not say I'm sad or scared.
That's true in many cultures. But in English, especially in everyday English with friends, it's very normal to share feelings.
Maybe not with everyone, but with people you trust.
And it doesn't have to be dramatic. You can say small things like, I'm a bit anxious today, or I'm really happy about this, or I'm a little disappointed.
Disappointed is a nice word. It's not super strong, but it's honest. I'm disappointed means I wanted something and it didn't happen.
Right, like, I'm disappointed because my friend canceled our plans.
Or I'm disappointed with my test result.
If that's you, by the way, it's okay to feel like this.
Yes, please remember that. It's okay to feel anything.
Let's talk about one important thing. In English, when people ask, "How are you?" often they don't want a long, deep answer.
Yes, that can be confusing.
Many times the normal answer is just, "I'm fine, thanks. And you?" Or, "I'm good. How are you?"
But if someone asks, how are you feeling today? With that little feeling word, that's often more personal.
Exactly. Then you can give a more emotional answer. Maybe, I'm a bit tired but happy, or I'm okay, just a little stressed.
Right. Now, if you're listening, maybe you can answer in your head. How are you feeling today? You can say, I feel, and then choose one or two words.
Maybe you feel calm. Maybe you feel sad. Maybe you feel hopeful.
Or maybe you feel mixed, like happy and tired at the same time.
That's me most days.
Same.
You said earlier that you feel a little emotional today. Do you want to share why?
Yeah, sure. Uh, Thank you for listening, everyone. But okay, I'll be honest.
I'm listening.
I've been thinking a lot about our listeners. Sometimes I imagine someone sitting alone in a small room, maybe in a big city, maybe in a village, and they're learning English by themselves. And I feel very connected to them. I feel soft and grateful and a little sad that they maybe feel alone.
Yeah,
So I want this podcast to feel like a hug.
that's beautiful.
Sorry, that was very emotional.
No, it's perfect. And for anyone listening, if you feel alone sometimes, remember this expression. You're not alone.
Yes, say it to yourself. I'm not alone.
Let's also talk about the body. Feelings are not only in the head.
Oh, yes, this is big. When you feel stressed, for example, you feel it in your shoulders, in your stomach, in your jaw.
You can say, I feel tension in my neck, or my chest feels heavy, or my body feels tired.
And there's a nice expression. Listen to your body. It means notice how your body feels.
So if your body is tired, maybe you need rest. If your chest feels tight, maybe you're anxious. That's important information.
Yeah, and you can share that with someone. I'm okay, but my body feels tired today. Or I feel a bit tight in my chest.
That's real conversation. That's everyday English with real life inside.
Can we do a mini speaking practice again?
Sure.
I'll say a situation, and you say how you feel in one simple sentence. Our listeners can repeat with you.
Okay, pressure is on.
Situation 1. You had a very long day at work or school.
I feel really tired and I just want to rest.
Nice. Situation 2. You get a message from a friend you love and they say something kind.
I feel really happy and loved.
Aw. Situation 3. You have a test tomorrow and you don't feel ready.
I feel nervous and a bit scared.
Perfect. Situation 4. You've just finished a big project successfully.
I feel proud of myself.
Yes, I want to add that to our expression list. I'm proud of you. You can say that to other people.
Or I'm proud of myself, which is sometimes harder to say.
Yeah, but very important.
Actually, let's talk about that. Many learners feel shy to say positive things about themselves in English.
True. It can feel strange to say, I'm proud of myself or I feel confident.
But it's okay to say that. It's healthy. You can say, I feel good about my progress, or I'm happy with my work today.
I say that sometimes after we record. I feel good about this episode.
And sometimes, I feel confused about this episode.
Yes, that too.
Both are allowed.
You know what I use all the time? I'm a bit.
Oh, yes.
Like, I'm a bit tired. I'm a bit sad. I'm a bit annoyed. I'm a bit excited. It makes the feeling softer, not too strong.
Yes. A bit is great when you don't want to sound dramatic. You can also use a little. I'm a little worried, for example.
These are good entry feelings, right?
Entry-level feelings.
Like A1 feelings.
Exactly. Simple words, but powerful.
Let's connect this to culture for a moment. In many English-speaking places, people say, I'm good, automatically, even if they're not good.
Yeah. If the person is just a colleague or someone at the shop, that's normal.
But with close friends, you can be more honest.
You can say, I'm okay, but I'm really tired, or actually, I feel pretty sad today.
Maybe you can watch what people do in movies or series, how they answer, "How are you?" with real feelings. That's a good listening practice, too.
Yes. Just remember, not every situation is for deep feelings. Choose safe people.
I want to give one more helpful expression. Take a deep breath.
That's a good one.
When you feel strong emotions, anger, stress, sadness, you can tell yourself, "Okay, take a deep breath." You can also say it to a friend gently.
Like, hey, it's okay. Take a deep breath. I'm here.
That's so kind. I think I would cry if someone said that to me on a difficult day.
I'll remember that. So let's imagine our listener is talking to a friend in English. They want to practice speaking and also share feelings. How could that sound?
Ooh, I like this. Let's make a mini, real conversation. Very simple, very human.
Okay, I'll be the friend, you be the learner.
But my English is too good.
You can pretend.
All right.
Hey, how are you feeling today?
I'm okay, but I'm a bit tired.
Yeah? What's going on?
I've been working a lot. I feel a little stressed.
I'm sorry to hear that. Do you feel more tired in your body or in your mind?
Both, I think. My body feels heavy and my head is full.
Thanks for sharing. Do you want to talk about it or do you just want some quiet company?
I think I just want someone to listen.
I'm here.
Hmm. This is so simple, but so beautiful.
And all of it uses everyday English. No complicated structure, just short sentences, common words, and real feeling.
Sometimes people think they need big words like frustrated or overwhelmed or devastated to sound natural.
Those are good words, but they're not necessary at the beginning. You can just say, I'm really sad. I'm very tired. I feel stressed. I feel confused.
Yes, confused is a nice one. I feel confused can be used for many things: language, life, love.
Everything.
Yeah.
I want to highlight something for learners. When you listen to us, you're not only doing listening practice, you can also shadow. That means quietly repeat after us.
Yes. So if I say, "I feel calm," you can whisper, "I feel calm." If I say, "I feel sad today," you can quietly say the same.
This way, you practice speaking and pronunciation while you listen.
And you can use our emotional sentences in your own life later.
Let's give them a few full sentences to repeat. I'll say them slowly, and we'll add some of our special expressions.
Okay, teacher mode on.
Number 1. How are you feeling today?
You can repeat now. How are you feeling today?
Number 2. I feel really happy today.
You can repeat, I feel really happy today.
Number 3. I'm a bit tired, to be honest.
You can repeat, I'm a bit tired, to be honest.
Number 4. It's okay to feel like this.
You can repeat, it's okay to feel like this.
Number 5. Thank you for listening.
You can repeat, thank you for listening.
Number 6. You're not alone.
You can repeat, you're not alone.
Number 7. I'm proud of you.
And repeat, I'm proud of you. If you said those sentences with us, I'm very proud of you, actually.
Me too.
So, before we slowly move to the end, I want to ask a deeper question. Why does it matter to talk about your feelings in English?
Hmm, good question.
You can say, I'm fine every day, but when you start to say, I'm actually sad today, or I'm really happy about this, something changes.
Yeah, you become more real in that language. English doesn't stay only in your head, it moves into your heart.
And that makes your English stronger and softer at the same time.
Also, it helps you connect with people from other countries. If you can say, I feel lonely or I'm so grateful, people understand you immediately, even if your grammar is not perfect.
Yes, feelings are universal. Everyone knows them.
Culturally, in many English speaking places, people are slowly learning to talk more about mental health and emotions.
Yeah, people say things like, I've been feeling anxious, or I've been a bit down this week, and that's okay now.
So, if you can say those things in English, you're not just practicing language, you're joining a real conversation about human life.
And maybe you also understand yourself better. When you say, I've been feeling stressed, you can ask why. Then maybe you can change something.
Words give you a mirror.
If you're listening now, maybe take a second and ask yourself quietly, how am I really feeling today? Not the polite answer, the real one.
And maybe later you can write 1 or 2 sentences in English about it. That's simple writing practice and speaking practice in one.
What about you, Ben? How are you really feeling today under everything?
Honestly, I feel calm, but a bit tender, I think.
Tender.
Yeah, soft, open, because we're talking about something important. And I know our listeners may have strong feelings.
Mm,
And I feel grateful that they trust us in their ears.
that's really beautiful. I feel that too.
So, friends, what about you? Tell us in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts. How are you feeling today? Even just one sentence in English is great practice.
Yes, and if you don't want to write a big story, that's okay. Just one honest sentence is enough.
Before we say goodbye, let's quickly revisit some expressions we used today.
Little review time.
We had, how are you feeling today? I feel really happy today. I'm a bit tired, to be honest. I'm in a good mood. I feel a little nervous. I feel stressed. Thank you for listening. You're not alone. It's okay to feel like this. Listen to your body. Take a deep breath. And I'm proud of you.
If you remember even 3 of those and use them this week, that will already change your English.
And if this conversation has helped you even a little, we'd really love to know.
Yes, and hey, if you like this episode, subscribe, leave a like, and share it. It really helps our little studio grow.
It really does.
Thanks for being part of our little English journey.
Wherever you are, have a wonderful day.